First couple of days will be, you call them acclimatization days, where, it's getting the players into the process of getting ready to play in a season, and they'll be in helmets, and you start out like with helmets and then shells, which are your shoulder pads, and then by the fifth practice we'll be in full pads. So the first 2 days it may be helmets, get these guys used to the heat, get them running around, get them used to the tempo, and then we'll go, 2 days in shells. So if you're going to have any contact drills, then, to protect them that way. And then the fifth day will be the padded day. So, and then that's how it starts out. And then from that point on, after the players have been, have gone through that process, then you can start moving forward. We've been encouraged by what we've heard from our strength and conditioning coach about the gains that have been made, in the weight room, losing body fat, agility wise. So that's been very, very positive feedback that we've gotten, from that aspect, which fits into the ability to now be able to run the ball. I mean, strength gains are significant for linemen, particularly in the bench and the squat and the power cleans. And I can say that, our offensive line has dramatically improved in those areas. And that was a point of emphasis coming out of spring, going into the season that we wanted to see. If you can run the ball, then you can also then set up the play action passes that come off of those complementary run plays. So it's going to be important for us to run the ball, push people back, create holes. I think we've got good running backs, and I think that if we can just do that and control the line of scrimmage, I think we'll be a much better team, because it'll take pressure off the quarterback, so the quarterback can do what he needs to do, and then set up the play action passes. So I think it goes hand in hand. We're not just a spread offense that throws the ball or a spread offense that runs the ball. We're an I-pro team that wants to run, but also give the quarterback a chance to throw the ball and throw it deep. It's coming out of spring practice in a certain order, and Dominic Wallace wasn't included in that mix because he wasn't ready. As I said before, there were some other players that had some academic obligations that I will find out in our next couple of days once the grades come in, whether or not they're going to be in the mix. And then based on that, then we'll get going full steam ahead. So, but the ones that whoever it is, the ones that are remaining and left are pretty good backs in their own right. So it'll be exciting to see, what version. Are we going to be short and compact? Because we got Perry Jones and incoming freshman Kevin Parks. Are we going to be, big back, a la Chuck Muncie type? That's Keith Payne, or the traditional back like Don Wallace or Torrey Mack or Raynard Horn. So we'll see what type of back we'll have, but what's going to be consistent is the type of running plays and the thought process of what we want to do on offense. Perry Jones has done an outstanding job of just every aspect. I mean, academically, he turned it around, and I'm so proud of him because of he got like 3 Bs. I mean, he just really took the change of culture and buying into what we're talking about. And just meeting again, as I said, talking about the players on the field and in the weight room, Perry is pound for pound probably our strongest player on the team. And that's an accomplishment to him because of the kid's tremendous work ethic, in the weight room and in the classroom, and I know for sure it's going to transfer onto the field. So despite that he's height challenged or whatever, he's got a heart of a giant, and and he does everything the way you want him to do it. And so I'm excited for him to have an opportunity to get on the field and then show what he can do. I think you want to go into every situation of being a balanced attack offense. You just don't want to just people to gang up on you if all you do is just run the ball and they put the safety down in the box and then you can't throw the ball. I think part of it is by being able to run the ball and then being able to throw the ball when we need to, the high percentage throws for the quarterback, and then because you have a fullback and a tight end in the game, being able to max protect and throw the ball deep. I mean, I think Tim Smith and a couple of other guys they're fast. They're as fast as any receiver that's out there. So if you have an opportunity, to run the ball, protect the quarterback, do the play action off of that, feature your playmakers, throw it deep. If you can be balanced in all those areas, then hopefully you won't allow the defense to just to stack up in one particular area. Whenever there's change, I mean, people want to see, well, what kind of change are you talking about? And if there wasn't enough of the visual presence, whether it be of the head coach or the program or players or exposure to assistant coaches. I wanted to make sure that that was addressed. I wanted to make sure that, I talk about community all the time. Well, if you're not out in the community and you're talking about it, then, you're just talking words. I wanted to make sure from the recruiting standpoint that, that we're going to make a commitment to the state of Virginia and other areas. And so I think, by moving the program to ODU and having a coaches clinic down there and trying to reestablish relationships with coaches that maybe had not been favorable in the past, as you know, trying to do that. And so people out there can be the judge of whether or not they've seen change, whether or not they've seen accessibility and availability. But the mindset was to start out trying to do that. And it's sometimes, you're right, you do feel pulled in several directions because you're also a dad that has chores, honeydew list by your wife, so you still got to do things like that. But for the program and for what I think, what I thought, where we needed to go, it's worth it to me to get the message out there. And then now the football part of it starts. So the show and all the things they've done, they're not going to block and tackle for us. We got to do that now. And that's what remains to be seen. But hopefully we'll do the things that, that these guys are coached and taught to do that will make us a competitive team. Going into it right now, our mindsets are focused. We're ready to go. The players are excited. If you look around, the facilities have been upgraded. You go out to our practice field. You just see there's a constant theme and message about what we want to be like, how we want to play like, how we want to act. And so, we're looking forward. I know the players that you'll talk to them later on are going to be looking forward to have an opportunity now to increase again and improve again on the field.